One of my favorite things to do is to share some of the books, some of the knowledge, some of the things that have helped me along my journey. And I have found that successful entrepreneurs, real estate investors, and business owners continue to share have helped them. Success leaves clues, and I'm definitely picking up the trail and sharing with you on this channel. What's going on? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast, where I help folks who are going through some of the biggest challenges and transitions in their life, particularly probate and estate planning. And we help people generate income and wealth generally through real estate in those spaces, in those avenues. And there are different times and occasions on this channel and Facebook group where I take a pause, as I said earlier, and look through some of the material, books, thoughts, and ideas that I'm thinking about. And today I wanted to share a book review of one of the books that you may have heard of if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. It is called Traction by Gino Wickman. This book has been circulating around for many years recently and has been so helpful to many entrepreneurs, small business owners, particularly such as myself, who need support being able to take our vision and turn it into some type of system that actually is sustainable, that's repeatable, and profitable. So let's take a look at some of the key points that I pulled from this book. This is a book that I read at least once a year as I'm going through, and sometimes quarterly as I'm looking at my quarterly updates and just reminding myself of some of the key things that I need to make sure are in place. It's also anytime I'm entering a new venture, I go back to it as well if I'm branching off to add another source of income by providing service to hopefully to the world. I use this book as a way to help me. So let's take a look at some of the key takeaways. I have 6 here that we'll look at. If you like this work or like this material, I would really appreciate if you would hit a subscribe in any platform you're using. Would definitely appreciate you subscribing to the YouTube channel so that we can continue to grow, continue to share the resources with other folks. All right, so number 1, it is very important that we have a clear vision when you are beginning or starting your journey. And that vision needs to be set on clear core values. This book does a great job of providing not only rationale behind why you need a clear vision and core values, but also some tools that you can use to find out what your vision and what your values are. Sometimes it may not be as clear as you may think or as one may think as they enter space, but clarity allows for efficiency and speed. And speed is so important when you are doing business transactions and making decisions, having it based off of your core values, taking it through that test or that test can help you make a lot of decisions easier, because there are a lot of options out there. There are a lot of ways to serve. There are a lot of ways to give. But if you have a clear vision and your core values, you can ask yourself, does this fit with my vision? Does this fit with our values? And if the answer is yes, then it's more likely that you can say yes to that decision. But if it says no, you have a process or tool to use to know that you can stay focused and stick to your knitting, as Charles Schwab would say. Speaking of systems, defining core processes and systems is so awesome and so important. It's one of my favorite things to do. What are the actual systems that I'm using to deliver my content, to deliver my value in sustainable ways? So identifying and documenting these processes also allows for there to be sustainability and scalability, so that you're not the same one over and over having to do certain tasks. You actually, if you are setting this up properly, you are making yourself and any other person in your organization replaceable. It doesn't mean they're not valuable, but it means that their process, the work they're doing is so valuable that they need to have a sustainable set of documents in place. We don't want things to be victims of cult of personality, where this person leaves, all the institutional memory and foundation is gone. But if you really want a business that grows and that serves others and serves you, then you really need processes and systems. And Traction, it does a great job of doing that. I should have left the book there. I should have put it in the slides. If you're listening to this on a podcast, or I would recommend that you do check out the slides that come with it on the YouTube channel. All right. It also discusses building a strong leadership team. Leaders who are empowering other leaders. How do you identify them? What are the tools? What are the core ways that your team is guiding people and making sure that you retain people and that you're fostering a culture of accountability? So developing effective organization charts and communication channels is one of the ways that you can align really powerful team, and it's pretty essential to really any business. Even if you're a one-person shop, having an org chart is so essential because it helps you see the different parts of your business. And if you do decide to replace yourself, fire yourself in different places, you know who needs to fit in and what. And it doesn't mean that your org chart is set in stone. You revisit with the tools that you have in place so that you can see, does it still serve your needs. So that's an awesome thing. And number 4, accountability, discipline. Who's in charge of what? This is a great takeaway. So it leads to less ambiguity. When you do have people that are working with you, there is less, there's so much transparency that people know where they stand. As human beings, we love autonomy, and we also love and need boundaries. That's paradoxical, but being able to have clear accountability allows for the person to do their thing with autonomy and also know, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I get in, where I fit in. So understanding and knowing what I'm expected and what's going to happen if this doesn't happen, or what are the results are supposed to be. It provides clarity. It's really awesome, and it lessens the likelihood of politics and other things taking place. I love that there are specific tools in this book for you to identify that. Yes, and it helps you give data-driven decision making. Every decision we make is 100% emotional. However, when we put tools in place, we can take it through the emotion and then use tools like the data to actually make the informed decision at the end. So we have to really be wary or understand, as humans we have biases. As humans we are emotional beings, and so we do have the ability to activate our rational mind after going through emotion, and having data to support our decisions making is going to lead to more rational decisions. And so I love that this book provides tools, again, for you to use and to make data-driven decision making. And then one of the more fun parts of, I didn't put it up there yet, 'cause one of the more fun parts is marketing and sales strategies. So I don't have a slide for it. I apologize. But having marketing and sales strategies, that's the mamma jamma. That's how you get people to bring attention to your services, and that's how you convert folks and convert sales and bring in income, because you're providing value. Not only providing value, but you have figured out specific ways, your unique way, of sharing your values to people. You could have some of the best things in the world, but if no one hears about it, no one hears about it. Also, when you do convert, that is showing that you are putting service out in the market space. So that is an awesome way for you to contribute to the world, and your money is a great way for you to know that, hey, there is a specific way that I see that this is working and that I'm providing value. All right, folks. So that was Gino Wickman's Traction. Check it out. If you want a link, you can Google it. It's Amazon, everywhere. If you want to chat about it, then feel free to reach out to me, calendly.com/estateproservice, or Courtney@estateproservice.com, or give me a call. I love talking to people, being a part of your journey, being a part of each other's journey, and seeing how we can support each other. This is a team sport, this thing called life. All right, Courtney Rollins, estateproservice.com. This is the Life in Transitions Experts Podcast. Leaving you, as I always say, let your light shine. Cheers.